What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Last time we finally got to Inspector Chelmey's office, and we're looking at old archives from an explosion at a science lab that happened many years ago. That file yielded some very valuable information, Luke. What exactly did you find out, Professor? Let's just say I'm very confident the Prime Minister's still alive. However, the only way to save him is to travel to the other London, where he's being held. You think he might be trapped in the future? Perhaps. Let's bring this discussion to the inspector. Okay. I'm supposed to report my findings, but I have no idea what they are. Well, Layton, did your investigation bear any fruit? It did indeed. To start, allow me a few questions. Inspector, were you involved in the investigation to the explosion at the Institute 10 years ago? Yes, I was there. Ages ago, it was. I remember I had just been promoted to Assistant Inspector. I see. And do you remember the names of the scientists thought to have caused the explosion? Let me think. It's coming back to me now. One man's name was Allen, Dimitri Allen. Weren't there two scientists implicated? Do you remember the second scientist's name? It was quite a long time ago, you know. I see you're having some difficulty remembering. Well then, what about the victims? Do you remember much about them? The explosion caused substantial damage to the area and destroyed the neighboring apartment complex. One of the lab assistants perished in the explosion, as did several tenants in the building next door. Strangely enough, though, I think both of the scientists involved in the experiment survived. That was very informative, Inspector. Good, because I got a few questions of my own now. How do you think this old case relates to my current one? This is just a theory. A game theory. But I think the Prime Minister is being held somewhere beyond the influence of Scotland Yard. Do you mean to say he's being held captive in another country? You may find what I'm about to tell you hard to believe. But I think Bill Hawks is being held captive in the future. If this is your idea of a joke, I'm not laughing. I can understand your skepticism. Thank you for all your help today, Inspector. Should I learn anything else about the Prime Minister's whereabouts, you will be among the first to know. Come, Luke, let's be off. Now wait right there. We had a deal. Surely you've got more for me than that far-fetched theory. Inspector, I've told you as much as I know at the moment. Now please excuse us. Return to the clock shop. Now that we got what we came for, let's go back to the clock shop. Cog's waiting for us. Okay, Professor. Midland Road, yep. I suppose we have to head back to the future London now, huh? What's the matter, Luke? Are you scared of traveling through time again? Yes, I mean, no. As long as I don't have to do it alone. Of course not. I'll be right here with you. First on the agenda is heading to Chinatown to meet the future Professor Layton, right? That's right, and if my guess is correct, we'll find the Prime Minister there as well. Do you think we'll run into trouble along the way? Considering the warm welcome we received from the family at the casino, I'd say anything's possible. Luke, there's no telling what kind of dangers await us in the future. Maybe it'd be best for you to remain here in our time. What kind of apprentice would I be if I left you to face danger all alone? Of course I'm going to. Dude, Layton is being so suspicious right now. He didn't even tell us what he found out in the archive. Uh-oh, traveling companions question mark? I sense trouble brewing. Some betrayal, no doubt. All right, what mischief did you two get yourselves into? Excuse me, I have no idea what you're talking about. No point playing innocent, boy. Old Stashen knows more than you think. They might be slightly obscured, but I do have eyes, you know. And these eyes can see that the law's right on your tail. I don't follow. Say no more, boy. Just know that I'm always on your side. If you call me, I'll come running. Thanks, I guess. Well, we ought to be off now, Luke. I have the feeling that things are about to get interesting. Luke, do you remember the secret knock Big Luke used when we last tried to enter the clock shop? Of course. Allow me, Professor. Come on in! Welcome back, Professor. Sorry to keep you waiting. Where's Cog, by the way? Oh, same place as always. In the back tinkering with that clock. Tee-hoo! Your laugh is ridiculous, woman. Welcome back, you two. I take it you found the information you were after. We did. Hopefully Luke's not tired of waiting for us back in the future. We mustn't keep young sir waiting. Oh, did I just call Luke sir? Sorry, it's an old habit from being in the service industry. My mind just not as sharp as it used to be, you know? I make mistakes like that often. Someone's at the door. You can't just force your way onto private property. It's illegal, not to mention ungentlemanly. Madam, but I'm no gentleman. I'm an officer of the law, and I'm here on an important investigation. What's Inspector Chelmy doing here? You tailed us, didn't you, Inspector? Be that as it may, Spring is right. Forcing your way in here is quite rude. And illegal. Say what you will, Layton, the fact remains that our Prime Minister's missing. And if I have to crash a few parties to find him, then that's how it has to be. And I'll keep crashing them until you lay all your cards on the table, Layton. All of them. I can't believe you, Professor. And you too, Luke. Good on you, Flora. I'm glad she followed. You two ran off and left me on my own again. And after I made you those nice cucumber sandwiches. Did you bring them? Please try to understand. We just didn't want to put you in a dangerous situation. I don't buy it. The real reason you won't take me is because you think I'll get in the way. That's not it at all. Flora, you have to understand. You could be put in harm's way. It's for your safety that I don't know anyone else in this town. What am I supposed to do when you two run off? Stare at the wall? Oh, now that's really fun. And by really fun, I mean not. When you put it that way, I can see where you're coming from. Now, Luke, listen here. You know, Layton, I think the girl has a point. You may be leaving her behind out of concern, but that doesn't mean much if it upsets her, so... You too? Sorry to butt in, but we gotta get this show on the road. We can't keep Luke waiting any longer. I have to start her up now. But there are several people here who have nothing to do with the matter at hand. As far as I'm concerned, the more people we got, the merrier. That's ridiculous. I beg you to reconsider. Sorry, Professor, we gotta go. Hold on, everyone. What for? End of the line! Everyone out. What in the world just happened? My stomach's doing backflips again. What was all that? Step outside and see for yourself, Inspector. That should serve as sufficient explanation. I don't know what you're getting at, but fine. Barton, let's step outside. Just a moment, sir. I'm feeling a touch queasy. Actually, make that quite queasy. Pull yourself together, Constable. We're going out. Please don't jostle me. I'm feeling a bit green. Are you okay, Flora? It was a rather shaky trip. I'll say, time travel really takes it out of you. I'm a bit dizzy. Oh no, someone catch her! And that's how she got left behind again. Layton! What's all this? What happened to London? We're still in London, Inspector. We've just been transported 10 years into the future. But that's impossible! Isn't it? Or is it possible, Layton? One thing is for certain. We're no longer in the London we knew. Well, there will be time for debate once my work is done. I seem to recall you saying something about the Prime Minister being trapped in the future, yes? Yes. I'm by no means certain, but it remains a definite possibility. Well then, what are we standing around here for? The hunt is on, Barton. We're off to find the Prime Minister. You know, Inspector, we may have better luck tracking him down if we work together on this case. That's enough from you, Layton. The fact remains that you're a civilian. I'll handle this on my own. Where's the other Luke, Professor? Now that you mention it, we never decided on a meeting place. Perhaps it's time to pay Shipley a visit. Of course. He can get us in touch with Big Luke. Shall we head over to the arcade restaurant then? Hey, don't walk away from me! We got unfinished business here. Important unfinished business. Well, look who's back. Mr. Stash and Scarfin. The one and only. And who's your feathered friend there? Oh, you mean Poof Face? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Bird. Seeing as how you're a dependable bunch, I got a favor to ask. Lately, I can't get enough of mushrooms, especially this one little red delectable variety. That's where you come in. I'd like you to seek out one of those fine fungi and bring it round to me. A little delectable red mushroom. I haven't a clue where we can pick up one of those. Our Poof-Face knows! Poof-Face will grab it! Now that's the kind of can-do attitude I like, Bird. But are you really up to the task? Poop-Face is no regular bird. This should be a snap for him. Poop-Face can now take on requests from people you meet during your adventure. Help Poop-Face complete the task requested in the parrot minigame available in the trunk. The more requests you succeed in filling, the more clever Poop-Face becomes. If you complete enough requests, he'll start to help you find hidden hint coins. See if you can help Poop-Face fill every delivery request you come across. Let's get this show on the road. Open the parrot minigame in the trunk and select my request. How hard can it be to get one measly mushroom? Your parrot has generously volunteered his services as a delivery bird. Unfortunately, the heavy items he has to carry make it hard for him to fly properly. Predict his flight path and help him to the recipient by making perches out of rope. Create a perch for your parrot by connecting any 2 posts with a rope. The number of ropes at your disposal changes with each delivery request. The position and angle of each perch will affect the trajectory of your parrot's flight. Build efficient perches that will help your parrot get to his destination. Ropes can't intersect. Oh my god, he's got so many things to say. Deliver it in 10 seconds. Ah! This makes sense. Oh no! That was really unexpected. Okay. Let's try this then. All right. Now, how does this work? Oh, dear. Hey, hey! I knew you were just the fellow for the job. This is a perfect specimen. You just go on like that and you'll become a fine delivery parrot. People will love you. Love me? Delivery? Neato! Now, if I can just remember how to actually get to the restaurant, that'd be great. I just remembered something. What's that, Professor? We've neglected to explain the situation to Flora. You're right. It's completely slipped my mind. No worries, I'm just happy to be along for the ride. And not, left behind as usual. Be that as it may, I think an explanation is in order. Let's stop by the hotel for a quick chat. Okay, Professor. Wow, that's pretty random, alright. I mean, we're on our way, but okay. I'm sorry, but only registered guests are permitted to enter that area. My name's Flora, and I'm a guest to the Professor's and Luke's. Sort of. Actually, what really happened is I followed them here because they ran off without me. They're always doing that, and to be honest, it really hurts my feelings. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take up your time chattering so much. Flora, what on earth are you going on about? Don't mind her, Becky. Flora can be a bit awkward around new people. Oh, I would never pry into guests' personal affairs. That's against hotel policy. I'll be off now. Have yourselves a pleasant day. I hope Becky doesn't look down on us for running out on Flora. What a charming room! I'm glad you like it, Flora. We'll be sure to get you one of your own very own later. Oh, no need for that. I'm happy to stay in this one with you two. We'll just put up a screen. Luke, you're the smallest, so you can sleep in that chair there. Then I can take one of the beds, and the Professor can take the other bed. That's ridiculous! I'm way too big to fold myself into a chair. We can discuss this issue more later. For now, let's try to bring you up to speed, Flora. Alright, so what's the skinny? Right now, we're in a town that looks very much like London, but is fundamentally different. Make no mistake, this city is a far more dangerous place than our London. How so? What he's trying to say is that we've traveled through time. This is London 10 years in the future. What? We're currently working with a young man who identifies himself as Luke. According to him, in the 10 years between his time and ours, I became a rather unsavory individual. And here in the future, I rule over the city with an iron fist. This young man is working with us to try and stop my evil future self. That's an awfully complicated story. Did you follow all of it? Yes, I think so. Can you imagine the Professor as a crime boss? This is something I've got to see. Oh, I just thought of something. What's up? If both of you and the Professor have counterparts here, I should too, right? Sure, I don't see why not. But you haven't seen future Flora here. Nope, not yet anyway. But didn't it strike you as strange that you hadn't seen me? We've had a lot going on since we came here, and we really haven't had much time. I guess I just thought the two of you would have been more concerned about my well-being in the future. There, dear, don't get upset now. What do you say we brighten up those spirits with a trip to one of the best restaurants in the city? That sounds wonderful, let's go. Nice save, Professor. And with that, I'm gonna end this video here. So stay tuned for the next episode, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.